Hello, everybody. Hoping you had a wonderful, relaxing, good weekend. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Sabina, Joe, Johnny, Mike, next level. Hello to me. Mike again, next level again. Hello to everybody. Hope you had a pleasant weekend. Hello, Ori. Good to see you, my friend. Very good to see you. Let's get into this. First of all, we've been having a rather steady trend today since the open, as you can see, moving to the upside. As I promised you last week, I told you there is that bullish momentum that we'll probably have to squeeze out one way or another, and it seems like it might even make it all the way to 6,000 with the way it looked last week. Right now, we're seeing it playing out so far pretty much perfectly. Right now, we're moving towards, I would argue, pardon me, the bottom of that gap, which resides at around 59.15-ish, kind of, 59.16-ish, right? On that trajectory, again, weaving in and out, back and forth, up and down. Nothing all that special. Looks as if we're gonna go even more bullish in the following minutes. So we'll kind of keeping up on track with this trend that we've been having since the open. All makes sense. Now let's see the larger time frames. The larger time frames are iffy. Iffy at best because, well, we're already seeing a bit of a cool down post this rush into the buys, if you will. It's not even a rally proper, but sure. I mean, sure, call it as you wish. It doesn't matter. We are on the 30 minutes a bit overbought, but it kind of is meaningless. I do think we are rushing what seems to be at this point, sort of this junction, what might form a negative wedge there for a little bit. Might be until the end of the session. Something, again, might. I'm just sort of saying what I'm familiar with, how the market oftentimes behaves under particular conditions. It's not necessarily that we're seeing that when we do refer to the momentum. Of course, I will refer to it. So we haven't made it to the bottom of the channel. It still could be that the market will insist retesting this bottom somehow before allowing us to go up. Again, that's one of those things. But let's look at the hourly momentum. That's actually that thing that we spoke about, that potentially we see all that bullish momentum that will be used to make it to the back to the 6,000. So far, we haven't really used up all of it. We are on our way, clear path upwards, very bullish, very clear, no arguments about it. And we are probably moving into overbought territory. Once we make it into overbought territory, it probably means we will easily be penetrating this gap, probably closing this gap, finding ourselves at 5,942. And I'm not going to be surprised if we're going to have some stutters around here, up and down. So it actually might drag it out all the way to 6,000 being a strong support. Plus, it's not like we're completely deteriorating right here on the front of the daily. We're kind of flat-ish, so it's gradual but moving there. Plus, we know gaps of this sort usually do not get left over. Even though we've closed some of the gaps we had before, we have plenty of other gaps still to close. It's a gigantic mass of holes, basically. It's a Swiss cheese market, which is, those who know, is a quite indicative of a problematic, if you might call it not a healthy market, if you will, right? Well, this is sketchy. This is, to say the least, very sketchy. It is very much picking up bullish momentum. With bullish momentum, can squeeze out all the way into overbought territory, giving us a little bit more of that bullish momentum, as we said, bringing us back all the way to the 6,000. Remember, I kind of told you we might see this sort of behavior. You see a candlestick down, a candlestick up. Well, I'm kind of being I haven't been generous enough with this and too generous with this, I guess. And but you get the idea. It's kind of this wedge that we're gonna formulating, and my assessment that eventually will break over, as we are expecting on the monthly. We're basically dancing back and forth and getting ready to break. That is the expectation for the market. Hello, Chris. Good to see ya. Good to see you. I wonder if Bread is alive. I'm worried about Bread. Bread, are you alive? Are you Shadow Ninja watching or something? Are you back there? Hope you're alive, man. Um, Bread first was I'm first, and now we don't even see Bread. Election passed, and that's it. Bread is chill. We don't care. Bread don't care anymore, man. Another important message before I forget. Again, I have 3 spots. 2 are being very much. I'm in conversation with students who are potentially want to fill them in. So look out. I might be down to 1 spot in the academy, the one-on-one academy in which I teach in-depth advanced technical analysis on the Discord, one-on-one sessions, not videos, not nothing. It's one-on-one, you and I, uno a mano, and I teach you the more advanced techniques and the ways to analyze properly the price action, understand what's going on. If you want to know more about it, reach out to me on Discord, DM me, we'll have a conversation and we'll proceed from there. You do need to be first a Patreon to get into the Discord, of course, and then you can cancel it because Academy members basically get lifetime memberships. Show Ninja watching. Thank you, Robert. All right, appreciate that one. Bed Wars Gang. Hi, Greg. Do you expect the break to happen? New Year's Eve? I don't remember. What is that? What is that? An acronym of? My brain ain't working right now. End of the year? You mean? Yeah, end of the year. I'm assuming. Guys, stop using acronyms. Stop it. Stop it. Don't be so lazy. Just write it, please. End of the year. I'm assuming 2024. I don't know. Really don't. Yeah, end of the year. My brain automatically, when I see something that looks like that, you need to understand, Walter, my brain automatically goes to a ticker. Yeah, automatically. It's just, yeah. We've checked LOL here many times and whatnot. Look, Bed Wars Gang, which is, no, not Stephanie. Bed Wars Gang, who is this? Can't remember the names. God, you guys need to start using normal names. Torturing me with these names. Polina, right? This is Polina. It should be Polina, I think. This one, right? So I don't know, Polina. It's really hard to say. Or Bad Wars Gang. It really is Polina, right? I knew. I remember you had like one of those really weird nicknames, right? When the Zoom, later today, Israeli time, it should be 10 o'clock in the evening for you and I, Oli. For you and I, it should be 10 o'clock. Remember, it's not my interview with Amir. It's Tom's interview with Amir. Okay, I was just posting about it. You see, there's some confusion there. People might misunderstand that I'm the interviewer. I'm sadly not such a great interviewer. Wait, I want to answer Polina's question. Polina, it is really hard to discern, and the trick here is that what I'm doing, I guess, if you want to call it a trick, we follow the technical analysis, simply what we are given. No biases, no I feel like, no that makes sense, no that event can happen, none of that stuff. Okay, what's going on with Palantir? Sure, we can take a look at Palantir. Just give me a second, Oli. Just a second, if you don't mind. So we are following the current momentum as it is structured. Potentially shows either a retest of this area, right? The kind of a bottom of this, these sort of levels, right? Again, around the same levels we tested before. If it's 58-ish, if at all. But more so, it presents that the market is more bullish than bearish, even if it's going to have some form of retest here, maybe even retest back into that gap, sort of filling it in multiple times. We don't even know, we might have another gap here, which would be hilarious because we had another one here in the beginning in the first place. And definitely we could make it to that 59.62.60, given it's a very weak remnants of a gap from before. pardon me, and having 6,000 right above us, I'm not going to be surprised, and the median, sort of the way it's positioned, I'm not going to be surprised that the market will end up testing that median basically as a negative wedge right there potentially, given all that bullish momentum we still have. Again, I'm not going to be surprised by that. Remember, once the market breaks, right? Once that thing that I'm talking about will start formulating in full form, and there'll be no doubt about it. I promise you, we will all see it and we'll all agree on that's what's going on, or at least partially, temporarily. Most people who have a horse in the race will say how, it's all going to end tomorrow and everything's going to be fine and don't worry about it, but in reality, it's a little bit more complex. All right. So Palantir, somebody here named Ori wanted to look at Palantir. So surprise, surprise, 66.48, just like I promised you, right? Just as I promised. See? Magic. All levels been perfectly tested, completely slid through, completely makes sense after we've tested it to death, basically. Falling into the bottom of a newly formulated channel, right? Basically, this is the edge of it. And this is how you got the standard deviation on both ends. You can see it's tugging to the downside, of course, a lot more than it's permissive to the upside. Your current support resistance, if you will, is 62.53, and you still have your too close to that 63.68. So I would argue probably going to get retested if the market will continue pushing upwards, which we know it probably will. You will probably end up testing this level again, given that you slid through it this easily this time around. And I mean, this is just, that's just not normal. Market doesn't really continue this way. It's going to be far more normal to see these areas getting retested. Although the market is pointing to the downside right now, it's probably pointing to the market retracing to that bottom right here, temporary short-term channel, and SMA picking it up right there neatly. Although it's not the right SMA we should be using for that time frame, but I'm not gonna complain about that. Everybody likes to claim. Yeah, that's hilarious. Anyway, and then we're having this bullish momentum on the hourly. 4 hours is kind of sketchy, but I would argue that it will change around the same way we see this bullish momentum on the top end. So it's not all said and done. You're probably going to retest higher levels again, and I think people are overexcited because with this sort of rally, in fact, it's phenomenal that we've been able to hold up as we had at these levels. I'm expecting to see 41 somewhat shortly. So this is rather phenomenal. I mean, people are like, what's happening with Palantir? It's like, right, that's what happens when people don't understand. Profits on paper are meaningless. It's all meaningless in that sense that if you don't execute nor capitalize any of it, at least don't perceive it as if you already have that money in your pocket. Perceive it as a potential gain. Most people perceive it as what they already have in the pocket, and that's why everything goes to shit, really, in terms of their psychological perception. But yeah. I hope that helped. I want to tell you, guys, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You're all big boys and big girls and responsible adults, or so I would hope. Responsible of your own trading, investing accounts. Wink, wink. We had a great meeting, by the way. Those who missed out, we had a wonderful hangout with the community. And we spoke about the incorrect perception about how people think they're investors. We spoke about oil a little bit, inflation a little bit, and all sorts of fun topics. Energy. We touched upon plug. Hydrogen, basically the hydrogen industry a little bit. It was an absolute great hangout. Not a lot of people showed up. Those who didn't, well, sorry, those are not recorded. Those are very, very kind of improvised, usually happen on the weekend. Not a lot of people showed up, but it was great. I highly recommend you guys join us on the next one. Well, I made it still. Christoph, come on, brother. You're all good. That is that. By the way, those who want to join, I still have, of course, and will have the $10 tier, which is basically the tier that I will have going until it's filled. And when it's filled, we are gonna lock it in. And when it's locked, that's it. Those who got in will be grandfathered in, and everybody else will go into the next tier, which is a $20, 30. We'll see. Again, it's to be determined, right? So lock in your membership before it gets more expensive. There's plenty of time, but yeah, don't miss out. ASTS. Can join the hangout during weekends. Why is that? Why is that, dear? You are busy with the kids so much? I understand. I get it. I mean, I totally understand that family life can be very, very demanding on weekends, but that's the best time for most people. I have to consider, sadly, the what is more comfortable for most people, myself as well. It allows me to be at ease and relax and talk about things and not half-ass things and jump between calls and whatnot. So, I mean, don't forget, I do have students throughout the week, so I'm rather busy sometimes. Finally made it. Aqua, good to see you. You really, I know you're probably one of these who watch afterwards, because I do definitely get numbers afterwards. By the way, ladies and gents, I'm sorry if you're getting commercials now, because the channel is officially monetized and all that wonderful stuff. But imagine that as the only source of income for this channel, potentially, for the near-term future, for the channel itself, not myself. I do various things, as you know, various endeavors all in that sphere, but that will actually help me tremendously. So two things you can do is either smash the like, gently tap it, if you will, or do whatever you want to it. It's up to you. Dislike, like, doesn't matter. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all really helps. And yeah, join the community if you really, really want to support me and kind of bear with the commercials. That's all you guys can do, and that's tremendous help. What have I missed? You didn't miss much, Danny. We just spoke a little bit about Palantir and kind of the support resistances, which we were all expecting. Nothing really caught us by surprise, right? We were all familiar with these. I've presented them before, so you guys knew where they were. So none of this caught you off guard. It is sort of, I would say, the edge of the cycle, which is tremendously phenomenal that we were able to make it that far. Usually what happens, if we remember this chart that I showed you guys, what was more expected is that the S&P will start, but the indices will start breaking, and wherever the assets will be, they will sort of catch up with one another at some point, and we'll move into this almost tandem movement in a similar fashion, but still reliant on the assets. What we got this time around, which is very, very, very abnormal, almost artificial, if you will, is the rally of the assets completing the move they were not able to complete, which is usually the other way around. It's basically the assets, yes, the assets catch up with the indices, but they don't catch up this way. They catch up as it starts to correct towards them. They kind of meet in the middle, if you will, which is pretty phenomenal what we got this time around. Monetize. Did you turn in a VPN? Why VPN? I'm not sure. I'm confused. No, monetize in that sense that finally YouTube allowed me to do so, but that includes, what you call them, commercials and weird things and annoying stuff in the middle. But other than that, I don't use VPNs. They're just screwy. Sure, I missed it. Was the event. Okay, no worries, Lydia. I get it. Hit the like. No, absolutely, Aqua. Thank you very much, Aquafrost777 there for the win. Absolutely, that is gonna be tremendous help to like. And hi, Greg. Good to see you. Hello, Judy. Hello. Expanding time. Greg, are you still buying SQQQ? Yes, I am. Right before the split, I was at 2,900. I've sent some pictures to the members who really wanted to see. The thing is, I'm not gonna, take the path through my entire trading account. It's my bank account as well, so I don't really take a stroll through it. But hold on with the tickers there. I need to do ASTS there. We're gonna get to Amazon, I promise. So yeah, I am buying, definitely. But I will probably be pushing the trigger pressing the trigger when the market will be retesting that 6,000 potentially again. If I will see that is no longer the case, I will then start buying even with the current prices, basically. But if I'll see that I'm gonna have a better opportunity at cheaper price, why not? I'm definitely gonna, use that opportunity, if you will. Okay, just to clean it up just a little bit. I have 580 right now. Again, nothing changed. I had 2900, and so reverse split 5, and that gives you 580. So I have not bought any more cents, if you will. I bought my last buy-in was just a couple of days, a day I think, before the split. So, all right, let's do tickers before I forget. Let's do tickers. My members know I posted something neat about Nike right there, and also spoke about this in the, dropped a couple of words about this at on Tom's Discord as well. So we spoke about that. Now, go away, go away. Wait, I want to close that. Yes. And close. Who are you? Pardon me, boys and girls. Sorry. Okay, let's go with this one. We are going. We said. Where was where? Uh huh. Astas. All right, Astas. Let's do Astas. Let's do Astas. Oh. Probably not gonna readjust too much. What are you doing exactly? What is this? What happened to you? What happened to them? What's the deal? Alrighty, let's okay. Texas. That's a wonderful question there, next level. That is a wonderful question, but I think you should be more concerned about your lower end. Your higher end is probably double the price. No, well, not fully. No, I'm exaggerating. More like a 70% thing, probably closer to that 40 where it was testing earlier before that, giving this psychological level a lot of credence. It's bullish. It's weirdly bullish, but bullish. So yeah, it is bullish definitely. But that is sketchy, sir. If I'm trying to understand what's going on here, which this is the. I'll tell you what. It appears to be, on the grand scheme of things, although it can suffer very badly, right? This is not a joke what's structuring here, and could be because it wants to correct on that craziness, and that probably means somewhere around the 15s for you, which is $10 lower, around the 15s. Let me just check to be sure. Yes, it's around the 15s. So yeah, we said let's just, you know what, just let's place it this way. Yeah, so around the 15s ish, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm just broken, cannot put a line like a normal human being. So let's call it 15s, right? Mouse very sensitive, sorry. That is what your current support, stronger support area is. And yes, you could end up testing it. But when you do test it, it appears that from there on out, well, I'll tell you again. No, this is sketchy. This is very sketchy. But basically, your ceiling is 40, your bottom is around 15, and honestly, this is so sketchy. It can move in both directions right now. You're mean, yeah, that's not surprising, as you're gonna have something there, which makes sense. How well hidden is it? Let's see. Can we see it? I think I see it. Don't try this at home, kids. Damn it, lost it. I think it was this one. Was it? Did I get it? It seems so. Okay. Ish. I could be off by like cents and stuff. But yeah, call 2780 ish. So you have that. Enjoy. That is your whatever you really need to care about, and your trends and the junction. And momentum is crappy, so you might easily be retesting this. Sorry for my inability to draw, but this thing, right? To give you a hand with that. My God. Like that. That's your thing. That's your thing right there. And when it does the D's, it will might be D's the do's, moving you to around the 40 D's. Yes. So that is it. It's a bit sketchy. Useless Facts, good to see you here. Thank you very much for joining, Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen, thank you for showing up. Alrighty. Can join on Hangouts during weekends. Yeah, we read that right. We read that before. Yes, 3 kids. Yep. I get it. It's Tom has also 3 kids. I know it's very difficult on weekends. That he's just, you know, impossible to get a hold of. And even when I do, it's a bunch of yelling and screaming in the background, as if they get worse because I'm calling. And he's always so reserved and so collected, but sometimes they even drive him nuts. So, I mean, I know. I get it. As much as I can. No worries, boys and girls. We're going to have plenty more hangouts, and I am there throughout the week. So you're more than welcome to join and hang out with us, and absolutely, ask the same questions you would on a hangout on a weekend. So. We want, what did we want? We want Amazon, right? Amazon? Let's do Amazon. I kind of hate Amazon. I have a love-hate relationship with Amazon. It's because of what they're going through and such a headache. It's so fundamentally just problematic. But technicals, yeah, you can see even all that Swiss cheese weird look that it has to it, which is not all that surprising. What can I tell you about Amazon? Amazon, it is definitely moving into the downtrend on the shorter end of things. On the larger end of things, it's just merely moving to the bottom of the trend, which makes sense. probably gonna retest all these ugly wedges that we create right here, all that wonderful stuff. You can see it is already doing that. In fact, you can see what's going on. You can see that entanglement that is going on right there. Let me remove all that crap. Okay, you can kind of see the entanglement that's going on, the retest of these levels, how the market is already doing that. I think we spoke about this just before. I think I told you that it's going to be doing something akin to this and probably testing mainly this area. So what you can see is the price action is almost moving this way, but it is revolving around it, right, this way. So uptrend, but very ugly, almost like a flattening of the curve, potentially. Still steep enough, but I would argue that this momentum stuff that we're seeing that is hinting bad juju, if you will, it is very bad juju. It is not good juju. It is not good juju. Not good. You're running out of juju. Okay? You're gonna need some juju powder from the juju master very soon because you're running out of juju. You see? Your juju is all kajuju. Out of that. Yes. I'm sorry, I went a little bit bananas there. It was fun though, for a second. Being too serious all the time requires being able to go. Could you look at Go Bezos? Yeah, yeah. That is such a correct statement there, Mike. Yeah. I agree right there. Nanny is a switched accounts Mustang Mama here finally. Hey, Mama. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, the link to the Discord is in the chat by Mama. Absolutely. Make sure you realize that you cannot join the private server unless you're a Patreon member. That's the only way to get in. It's going to be 100% safe and user-friendly to all my members, and that's why it is private. So you need to be you need to be able to throw $10 on this huge effort once a month, and you get to enjoy all sorts of fun stuff, hangouts, and access to me and the various channels and the various information that is there and the conversations and whatnot. Yeah. Nanny no longer undercover. Anyway, what are we talking about? How much shares do you have? I've answered that. I had... I'm waiting. Oh, right. That was before. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Idiot. Is no longer... I'm waiting for the gap on the SQQ to fill to buy. Absolutely. Very, very, very smart of you. Very smart there. I believe it's far more likely, which it sort of coincides with some of the market behavior we're expecting, right? So it kind of goes hand in hand. Now, I understand that. Okay, I've answered that. The STS, great. Yeah, well, next level, it just what it shows, you know. Why do you say it is sketchy? What are we talking about there, Ellen? What exactly? I mean, I probably explained what it is that I thought white was sketchy. I'm missing out on things. Please check out Grab. Okay, I'm sorry, boys. Girls, do not hate on me. I am going back. I'm rewinding. Grab. Let's do Grab Holdings. Grab. Ooh. Nope, that's not what we needed. Grab Holdings. Okay. That is not cool. That ain't no cool. This is not cool. What's going on here with Grab? A little bit more, right? Makes sense. Absolutely, totally. I mean, this totally makes sense with that, right? So, but then that's just a tiny piece of the whole thing, which is just a bit of slippage on top of the thing. No biggie. You ended up retesting. There's like another parallel line here from the trend before, blah, blah, blah. It's all not a biggie. So, which is, yeah, it all makes sense. You will be taking the escalator down on this one rather shortly. Given that you're at 496, your psychological is 5. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. So, yeah, get ready for a correction. Sadly, I have to say that I don't know if it's going to be rapid or slow, but it definitely will take you over towards retesting these DDs for 430, might be 4 and yeah, no, still 430 ish, 370, and eventually 3 ish area. And then ask me again. When you make it back to 3, ask me again about grab. Or at least that's what I see. Not financial advice. Haha. Let's no, not grab. What did you want? IREN. Like that. Right. Right? Right. Right? Right. Yeah, you guys all are finding these things that are enjoying quite a run up right now, but they are all very much, unsurprisingly so, related to the overall market, it seems. And they're building a similar structure, thus indicating a similar indication. So, yes, even if a little bit tiny more upwards, right? Basically retesting the top of your channel, which is at about 13 ish, with some slippage, of course. Give it, 1350 on a good day, which is, yeah, not surprising. It's there as well. But 1350. And then when you're done with that, you are gonna probably go down. How low? I mean, you're obviously gonna retest back at this level, which will give you 10-ish again. Call it just 10, and eventually more like the sixes in a bit. But that's in the. I mean, there's time. There's time. It's not like it's gonna happen tomorrow. Alrighty, I think I've covered all bases. I think, boys and girls, I tremendously appreciate you putting the stars next to the tickers. It helps me tremendously to focus on them and not to miss out on anything. Tiny Bug, hello, good to see you. Thank you for showing up and hanging out with us, talking about the market and stuff. Did you get some Black Eyed Peas vibes there? We're getting started, getting to it, getting stoned. Yeah. You guys don't want me to sing. If there's something I don't know how to do is singing. I am very bad at singing and dancing. Dancing and singing, so not my thing. So. Absolutely, yes, 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 Mama. I agree. It is absolutely crazy good value because we have plenty of hangouts. I'm there on the daily basis. That way you can have access to me. You can get to see all sorts of things that I find to be very interesting and sometimes very educational, especially in our sphere. So yeah, I would argue $10 is like being offered to buy a Lambo for $1,000, a brand new Lambo. So. Yep, it is definitely tremendous value. There's tremendous value and wisdom to be gained only for $10 a month. I agree. Plus, most of it still goes into all the bots and the boosting and all that wonderful stuff back into the server. I mean, who wouldn't buy a Lambo for $1,000, right? Greg, when we see your neighborhood tour live in color. It is tremendously boring. I promise you that. I'm not such a shy person. I've actually shown sort of the area where I live multiple times in the community. It is just so tremendously boring, I gotta admit. And there's nothing special. Like, it's just a regular old neighborhood, or cooking session. I was thinking about doing a food channel on the Discord, but then I thought we'll see if you know what, if in the drunk chat we're gonna have such a crazy overload, right? Drunk chat is the open chat, that it's the bottom where you can sort of drop whatever you want. If we're gonna have so much cooking and food going on, that maybe, I mean, I do discuss that's the beauty. You guys can discuss whatever with me, and when I feel there will be a need for a particular channel or something, is missing out of the equation, the process maybe, or the community, I'll make sure to you know to make it happen, right? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Cooking and talking about stocks. That could be fun though. That actually could be absolutely fun. I gotta say, my kitchen is so not rigged to do filming and stuff, and of course I'm gonna have my brother going in and out, and his girlfriend and whatnot. It's gonna be a mess, and the cat, and it's like no, no. Plus, I mean, I don't even bother going on camera. I mean, the only way you want guys can see me is when we go on the Zoom calls with Tom. I turn on my camera. I'm not a shy person or anything. It's just that I feel like it's redundant for you guys to see my face when it comes to stocks. So yeah, we're here more about the stock market. I really don't think it's that important for you guys to be able to see my face. My eye holes. Um. All right. ASMR. What? No. I mean, my voice is horrible. Yeah. My voice is torture. I hate my voice. SoFi. Let's talk SoFi. 20. Do they have room about 20? What? What? You really think that well of SoFi? You really think that well of SoFi? I mean, come on. First of all, to get to 20, they need to break that 1625. Given this momentum, they're lucky if they're going to make it that far. They're lucky that they made it this far. I mean, let's be just completely honest about that one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what will happen. If anything, I still see them kind of, squeezing in and out of this thing potentially. Maybe something akin to this weird thing. So I'm not gonna be surprised if that's gonna be the case, which basically gives you the range of mid 12s and high mid 14s. So like a range of $2 between 12 and a half and 14 and a half. All right, that's kind of what I forecast for this one, at least for the time being. Given this, you're gonna be lucky if that's the case. If you're not gonna just straight up break down into, sorry, straight up break down into the channel back to around 950 or 938 here, or whatever the channel is gonna be when you're gonna maybe even this wedge thing, because you're still kind of close enough. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, you're not. Be happy that you already got what you got, if you will, on SoFi. SoFi has outperformed phenomenally. I would have never thought they can go this far. So yeah, that is that one. Mm-mm-mm. Plug. Let's do. Yeah, of course, Walter. Give me a sec. We'll plug. Fuel cell. Oh, I love fuel cell. Chris, you're a legend. Let's do fuel cell in a second. But wait, what is that about SoFi? Sure, yeah, absolutely. But remember, institutional holding is kind of a rebalancing mechanism. They know how to plan forward, basically. They buy in on purpose far higher amounts, exceeding amounts, in order to sell on these rallies to end up with a good average still for the future. They do both things at the same time, basically. And yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, institutions recognize the potential, but then again, I hate to say it, SoFi are still not doing anything that is abnormal nor out of reach of the bigger boys and girls companies, I mean, if you will. All the way to the BlackRocks of the world, if you will. And it's a matter of time. And when you see, SoFi is still so tiny that if somebody like BlackRock will choose to take a bite, Fuel Cell will die out of starvation, if you will, right? And that's just, again, I'm just throwing BlackRock, right? It could be so many things. Just an example. But yeah, cool. Let's go Plug and Fuel Cell. I like that. You guys are killing it with those two good ones in a row that I really like. Plug now still dancing around $2. Oh, I went a bit crazy there. We're rather flat. If you want to be more or less objective about the thing, you can see we're more or less flat right now. Right, we've been moving in this range for some time now. So I would argue, since what I'm perceiving right now to be as the bottom is 188, I would argue that anything, in my opinion, that is within this wedge, right, is a great buy. It doesn't matter whether it's here, 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 or whether it's here, whether it's on the upside, downside, doesn't matter. It is still all good. I think this wedge is, yeah, we are gonna end the year this way. So, I mean, this trend has obviously been tested many times over. So, and it doesn't, I mean, it kind of falls neatly in line with what I've been saying. It doesn't really matter whether you buy it 180, 190, 2 and a bit. All of it is a good buying area. In my opinion, that's what I'm doing. You do you. You do you. We are seeing that Plug has tremendous potential on the longer run, right? And we are seeing that it's starting to look very healthy. It doesn't mean anything, but this is killer. This is good. It looks bad, but it's good. So we just might be looking at an exit sometime soon. Sometime soon-ish. Right? I think you get the idea here. Sometime soon-ish. This crossbow has been charged hard. We are ready. This cannon is ready to shoot, or at least very, very close to getting ready to shoot. So we are loading up on that one. At least I do. You do you. Not financial advice. Yes. Mixie, thank you for reading that. Give me a second. Sure, Mixie. We are Fuel Cell, right? We said we're doing Fuel Cell. We want to do Fuel Cell. There's nothing else. I don't see anything. We've done Plug. We've done SoFi. Yeah, we didn't miss anything here. I don't think I have. So yeah, TTWO coming right up after Fuel Cell. Fuel Cell is lagging behind. Similar picture though. So I mean, to keep it short and simple and sweet, Fuel Cell has good potential, if you ask my opinion right there. And yeah, just be patient. I think that this can pan out very neatly. You also have now many more stock. So patience. I really do believe that Fuel Cell has a clear path set up back towards that 11-ish area. 10, 9, 11, if you will, call it. It's a range of these $3. But yeah, that range, this is what we're probably going to be making our way back towards, it seems. That wonderful thing. That. Don't try this at home, kids. You'll end up breaking the window or something. Alrighty, we good, Chris? We can talk about it as well in the community if you're not clear, but it's pretty easy. With Black Mamba, good to see you. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate your time with us here. Chris, yeah, sounds good. All right, but do you get what I'm showing you here? Do you see what the structure is? You're obviously doing this, 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 moving in this, and probably to test this. But when you're gonna test this, you're probably gonna do this, and then when you do this, you do this, and then when you do this, you do this. But let's follow up on this because we want to see if you do this. Okay? Okay. Now, TTWO. TTWO. Take-Two Interactive. Whoa, I haven't thought about that one in so long. My God, you pulled that one out of the basement right there. That is something out of the grave. Did you dig up the basement to find that under the basement in a grave or something? That one I have not thought about in a long time. The gaming industry is poop right now. All of it is poop, very bad poop. I don't like anything that's going on in the gaming industry. Not a big fan. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Most game studios suck badly. Look at Ubisoft. Look at EA and all of them. I mean, the only one that is like good right now is CD Projekt Red, the ones that made Cyberpunk 2077. Phenomenal game, guys. I completely enjoyed the hell out of it, and I'm probably gonna enjoy it back again some days. I was one of the pre-orders. I pre-ordered it because I am in love with the genre, with the cyberpunk genre. I grew up watching Ghost in the Shell and various other things of that nature. It's a phenomenal game, highly recommended. But then again, it's done by the only one good studio that is out there. All right. Master, I'm taking on an early vacation. Black Mamba, you going on vacation? Have a good vacation. Enjoy. You have a good rest. You know, be safe. Don't do anything crazy I wouldn't do. Or do, but don't do too much of it. Be careful when you do. But have a lot of fun. Have a blast. Vacations are good. It's a good way to recharge. What am I doing? I have not looked at this yet. What am I doing? I was about to do a bad thing there. I'm curious about this. You piqued my curiosity, sir. And I think... that's a pick. Okay. So I need this range, obviously. Give me that. User had this 17011, which you can see perfectly. Magic, right? Dark magic, black voodoo magic, black voodoo juju magic. You see how the market likes to do that? You see? That's what I've been telling you. Black voodoo juju magic. So you're in the cycle right now. You're testing this. You're out. You, sir, still bound between 170.11 and 214 and 0.91. But this is not going to last long. You are probably going to retest that one. It appears the market wants to allow you to do that. So you're going to, right? So it seems. But when you do, get ready for a correction probably by then. Speak to me because 214 will be quite the distance away. You're probably also going to stumble upon this thing that resides somewhere here, which is very important. Secret, wink, wink, don't tell anybody. It is going to be, let me try and locate that. Where's that? Wait, where's you? You is, it's 200. It's gonna be the 200. It's too close for it to be not 200, so it's 200. All right. So you have here 200. You see, I didn't. I knew there's something there. You see, I told you. I told you so. Bam, done. Good. This. Alrighty. You have it. Take a picture or something, or memorize it. Take notes. Plus, the video is gonna be there. You can always get back to it. Don't tell anybody. HITI. 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 What is this? High tide. High tide. Why am I supposed to know what this is? I need to know. I know I should know. Right? You see, it totally makes sense. High tide. Yeah. Cannabis. Ha! Makes sense why I've heard this thing before. I'm not a fan of cannabis assets. Polina, you have no idea. It's a problematic sector. As long as it's not truly legalized on a federal level, and the banks will have issues with it as long as it's not. So I have an issue with this sector, all of it. Yeah, you are. I understand. The problem is COVID. What happened here is basically that period, right? Around 2019 and 2020, if you will, 2022, the whole process between is completely misled people, completely created false narrative to a lot of assets. And you guys, I'm sorry, but this asset shouldn't have ever gone this high. It should have been probably, I mean, it's kind of obviously doing this thing. Almost like this sort of, and this is just you were lucky or unlucky, whatever you want to call it. When you're gonna reach sort of equilibrium, and by then let's see how the government treats it, maybe. But you have a long time until then, and you're gonna be going up, down, it's gonna be ugly, it's gonna be very, very much nauseating, if you will. So JTAI. JTAI. Let's do JTAI. JTAI. Why JTAI is so positive? JTAI. Alrighty, JTAI. JTAI is horribly, tremendously, abnormally positive, but that is because it has been crashing since forever, and that might actually get worse. Split? Split. What the? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now it all makes a lot of sense. Gotcha. Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna need to ignore that. And we're gonna need to. If you were inverted, how would I treat you? I would treat you being inverted. I mean, okay, so at face value, it is bullish, but I am struggling to make heads or tails of it in terms of where the supports and resistances are. And I don't want to mislead you. It is problematic. It is highly problematic. Wow. I don't know. I will need to look in depth, which I'm not gonna do right now. Many other tools and industry secrets to be able to pull anything out of that one. Paulina, get back to me on this one in the community. That is a problem. I am not. I don't want to mislead you on this one. At face value, it is dying to be bullish. At face value, but I could be very wrong about this. I could be very, very wrong. This is interesting though. You got me curious with this one. I mean, it's kind of interesting. But it's unhealthy. It's such a at this point just yeah, it's so badly screwed. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for rambling, but this will take a while to analyze properly. There's no way I'm gonna give you proper analysis from anything I will do right now. Sorry. Alrighty, it sounds like Chris was satisfied with the answer. To go grab your two phone. Mixie, you legend. Just started to play Cyberpunk and really enjoy. It's absolutely phenomenal. They made so many changes since I played it in the beginning, and I've kind of let it happen this way so I can then one day get back to it when I'm gonna have some time and properly enjoy it when it's completely done and with all the everything just kind of settled. And I really still did enjoy it in the beginning. I had none of the bugs people were reporting. I was running it on a PC that was rather strong and still is phenomenally strong, not gonna lie. Although I'm embarrassed to say how old the parts are and what parts these are and how well they work, which is phenomenal. It just goes to show when the Nvidia really doesn't give good parts. Like we always knew that's going to be a good series, but it just goes to show that they stifle progress on purpose. Like basically, if my super old, GPU is running head to head with things that are nowadays brand new, I'm just gonna say something here. I mean, it's not like mine is not getting warmer, sure, but I don't mind. It's like, yeah. I'm just saying. Those who know. Where? Yeah, absolutely. Mixi, have a blast. It's an absolutely fun game. BYD and Neo. BYD and Neo. Oh, really? I mean, these pieces of crap. Lydia, really? I mean, come on. I don't want to buy. Like, I mean, I don't see I mean, I can. There's no purpose in my point of view analyzing an asset when you know their cars just randomly, spontaneously combust and do all sorts of crap. I'm like so not about that. So not about that. Ugh. It's just it's a shitty company from the get go. And don't get me wrong, we have tons of BYDs here in Israel. There's a ton. Wait, open the right BYD? Wait. 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 Am I opening the incorrect thing here? We said this. So, you just no, I mean that's what you wanted, BYD, right? I'm not. No, right? Okay, yeah. Am I getting the wrong BYD here? Am I being stupid? Because that's what you wrote. BYD Neo. Okay, Lydia. Yeah, yeah. It's that's what you wanted. Yeah. Okay. So you're obviously sitting here. This is a flag right here, and you're sitting there, right, sitting on the same. Now it's testing what was. Now was. So was and was, right? Notice the difference. Was ceiling, now floor, right? Yeah, yeah. In a channel, perfectly preserved channel. So this momentum indicates that you want to go down right here to test back at that, to do this on the weekly. So that means it will take a while. And when you do, which is going to complete this move, whatever it's going to look like, ish, which means you have a secondary channel right here going on with the secondary median. And so it is showing that it wants to take you more to the bottom than to the upside, which is around the 60 area, which makes sense because we can actually literally see it. Right here it is. Where are you? Is it 60? Was it 60? Yeah, it's 60. It obviously is 60. Bam. Alrighty. That is your obvious stuff that's going on here. Plus around that 52, you probably have 50 as well. Where's your 50? Is that it? That's what got tested there? Yeah, you have 50. 50 thing somewhere. You can see it. Doing its thing, of course. Neat little structure like that. What is that? What is that doing there? Why is that? But then I can see it. You need to know about it. Okay, yeah. That's how you're going to be brought back down into the channel, which now you're basically testing. I see you're testing the wider range of this, and what we're talking about is this and this. So this thing right there. Alrighty, that's looks what you're gonna be doing. And again, I'm being kind of generous. Always take it a bit further away so you can see what I am trying to say can be very steep, just like here or here or here. Okay, yeah, because it does that. It does the do's, the D's. Yeah, we said, right? Okay, guys, I think you can hold off the tickers. I think we're gonna end somewhere there soon on the Neo. We have still H and ST there to do, so cool it down, boys and girls. Cool it down. We are not gonna run through the entirety of the market today, but we're still gonna do a couple more. I hate how bullish that looks. I absolutely, phenomenally hate how bullish that looks. And I bet it's misleading us somehow. Okay, so this is obviously gonna be a retest of that. And it sits somewhere here. So this still gonna want to do that, and maybe this, and maybe that ugly shape, whatever that is. But from here, it might want to pick up. Get back to me on that one. Why? Because there's still plenty of time. but it looks suspiciously bullish. It looks like it's suspiciously bullish. This is very weird. Very, very weird. But what I think you're going to have here is another convergence divergence, another smaller downwave, and only then, when eventually you're going to make it there, which is maybe someday, if you're lucky, you're going to see your tens again.
If you're lucky and you play your cards right, you're gonna get to see your tens again.
It's like, a threat. You're going to get to see your kids again, right? Your tens. Wahahaha. Ta-da! You see? Magic. No, wait. Another magic. Right, you see? Ta-da! You see? Magic. Black magic. Voodoo magic. Don't ask. Chiburashka magic. That's the darkest magic of them all. And it's that little big-eared monkey thing from Russia. All right. So where? HNST on Discord today? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not following HNST. Let's look. That is not great. Why would I have anything? Plus, it's gonna be on the top anyways. At least at this stage, if it would have. Top channel, bottom channel, support, junction, 599, 556, 580, 596, kinda. If very unlucky, 4. Not great. Not great. Not great soon. Not great behind, kinda. And like really not great. Like, wow, this is just horrible. You don't want to see that ever. This is not good. At these levels, I mean, if we would have been here, at least that would have made some sense, but you are not having a good time. Soon. Ish. 5. Ish. That's all about them. Canada, there it's legal. Grown for market share. I'll have to look at them then. Although again, the industry was permitted to get to a certain level, and it's stuck there for a reason. I'll have to look to be more sure, more certain. I know you Canadians are doing a good job when it comes to that. Canada. But I'll have to look into that deeper. You can get back to me with that one on the Discord and we can look deeper into it. Alan, what are you saying there? Why are you terrorizing? I just hit the like for you, mama. Ah, you see? True love to mama. That sounds wrong. No, it sounds fine, bro. Alan, come on. You say you're 1000% fine. I know you're great with me and I'm great with you. Don't worry about it. To Greg and I, absolutely, we both do appreciate it tremendously. Oh, you see, Mama approves. Yes, that is the right one. Yes, thank you. I Greg, how about MNKD? Let's do MNKD and finalize for Joe with Tesla. That's what we're going to do. That's it. We have a plan. We have a game plan. MNKD. Sounds like
Man cave coordinator.
it's a very important job, man cave coordinator. You need to know it's a very responsible job. That is, you have to coordinate all the people into the right man caves. Looks like your man cave coordinator is not doing well. Why is that? Why are they doing so not well? Of course, you're not gonna have that. What are you looking for, you moron? Man, crazy. So, you, sire, appears to be stuck in a very narrow corridor and going to be stuck in it for a long time until you make it back to that bottom, which is like 952-ish. 950, call it 950. Screw it, call it 950. With that level of accuracy, we might as well. But wait, what? What? Why so low? That's wrong. It needs to be higher. I probably need to look up close and personal to be sure. Yeah, I'm like off by a fraction of something. Although it's hard to discern where it exactly resides, but somewhere along the lines of 220. I mean, here you can see that. You can see it, sort of iffy. And you can see it iffy being iffy right there. Kind of iffy. But it's there. I'm fairly certain of it, sir. Which brings us to today. I wonder... Give me a sec before I do anything. All right, that's cool. Give me a sec. I think I'm gonna be able to pull out a head out of a rabbit. Yes, you heard me correctly. It was not a mistake. A head out of a rabbit. Aha. I think I am fairly positive. Yeah, it all makes sense. Yeah. This is gonna be, of course, it makes sense, this area out of this entire channel that you're gonna get, which is the top of it is 1406, which, can we see it at all? Can we see it? Yes, we can see it very neatly like that. Very neatly. In fact, almost perfectly organized. Perfectly. Right? You see, dark magic. Voodoo magic. Don't ask how I did it. And so that confirms to me that you actually have this 926. In fact, I'll probably define it as 926. And yes, that psychological 10 that you're obviously going to have right there. Oh my god, I didn't use the right thing because I'm a special person. Boom. You got that. Let's see. How weird, right? Or this. How weird. Suddenly it all matches. Alrighty. No one cares. It's too far. Right. Perfectly aligned. Alright. That is that for you. MNKD, right? That's your structure. And you shall be correcting still and moving along this thingy. And when you hit that, this thingy, I mean this thingy, these thingies, and they're kind of ugly, so you're going to be moving along these thingies. There's kind of this thingy, and then there's this thingy, and then they're kind of intertwining with one another, so it's pretty goddamn ugly. But I'm fairly positive we're gonna see you do something akin to this, or maybe something akin to this eventually, essentially, relatively shortly. So shortly. I'm exaggerating. I'm going far. I know it's not gonna take that long. No, like imagine it more like this ish, if anything. I really am exaggerating. Relatively shortly, and when you do, because yeah, shortly doesn't mean tomorrow, week, or weekend. You don't get me that, or month. That could take months, or maybe years. And when you do finalize this whole ugly ass process, let me know. Don't let me know, but just come asking questions, because that it appears to be what you're going to be doing, some sort of testing into these things, like respecting both of them as you move, basically. Meaning, again, if we really zoom in on this, it's this thing, right? You see it's being respected. Now you're slowly transitioning. You can see you have respect for that lower one, and as you're transitioning from it, so you're basically going to be probably testing sort of both of them as you move. You can see this line, that line, and this way kind of thing. I'm exaggerating on the distance here just for you to get the idea, right? Because if I'm going to draw something like this, it's going to look weird. You're not going to understand. You're going to think it's happening tomorrow, not realizing that we're already looking at April 25, potentially, or something like that. Tesla. Let's do Tesla. I promise Tesla, we do Tesla. Tesla. Have you Tesla? Tesla completely outperformed. Tesla, there's nothing to say here about Tesla. Tesla's gonna close all that crap. What? You really think that's crap? That you really imagine this thing is sustainable? I mean, come on. Really? This and this and this and just all of this? No, hell no. Come on. Come on. You have to be realistic. How soon? Okay, let's be more realistic about the momentum itself. Stop it. You're currently testing 32832. It's that thing right there that you can see. This level, this cool thing. Starting to break down channels. 237, 273, 260, obviously, as we go, testing some of these levels depending on how quickly we move. Yeah. Like everything else, nothing has changed. No. I think nothing has changed with Tesla still. We're still going to correct down. It's going to be ugly when we start doing the whole process. And we're far more dependent on the overall market than we are on Tesla individually. So keep that in mind. Alrighty, boys and girls, I think it's time to adjourn today's session so everybody can rest a little bit and get their things in order and go eat, rest, do what they need before we get to Tom's session with Amir later. Amir supposed to bring amazing information about Palantir, good charts. I'm personally very excited. You guys know I like charts. Charts are good. They're very indicative of things. And they're just, something more substantial than I have a gut feeling, Chobi, thank you for showing up. Black Mamba, Meta took some, see, like the setup stop under 550. I really need to run now, Black. I'm gonna check it out though. Joe, good to hear. I'm waiting for it to close the gap. Alrighty, cool, Joe. Cool beans. Thank you, I appreciate it. Of course. But nothing really has changed. Thank you. No, thank you. Bad Words Gang, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank Greg for the amazing value hitting all the helmets, bells, and whatnot. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. All the helmets, all the whistles, all the likes, all the bells, and everything in between. Don't forget to put the bell in all. That way you'll be informed. It seems that YouTube is discriminating against me every day less and less and less and less. Or let's just hope it's gonna continue at this rate. Thanks, Greg. Much appreciated. My pleasure, Chobi. My pleasure. Thank you. Much appreciated you, all of you boys and girls, show up for the live, hang out with me, listen to my ramblings. Remember, it's not financial advice, and I could get things wrong, but I still do appreciate you guys coming in and listening, even though all that could be potentially speculative and I could be wrong. All right. Boys and girls, you have a wonderful rest of the day. Join us on the Zoom later today with Tom. The links to the members, it's a member Zoom, so the links are only available to those who are not public on Tom's. That you have to be a Patreon member. Even on the lowest tier, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be Academy. It's going to be for everybody. It's going to be an absolute blast. A lot of Palantir. It's going to be Palantir stuff, so get ready. All right, boys and girls, see you on the next one. See you on the Discord as well. Bye for now.